Okay. And as you all see, we're back. Sorry, I was eating a little snack there. Looks like Life and Fast being purchased at level 1 and Lit 2, it appears. We had a black belt, none forced. I don't remember if it was the red mage or the black mage that was picked by our runners, but we did pick up the other one. We're through Garland, grabbing the Oxyale and the Adamant off of the King and the Princess. I did note that our runners took a peek inside of Toph before saving, remembering that Chime Lock is a thing. It pleases me that Spellzapp bought the Spellzapp. Zap is good. Don't sleep on Zap strats. It might have low accuracy, but it's very helpful early game. Oslodo having a little bit of difficulty with Garland. Alright, and we see Brack and Locke at level 2 black magic. White magic, we see Wall and Heal 2 being picked up. Spellzapp on to the pirate fight. Just to note, we do have Heal Magic Blursing for the black belt, so we'll get at least a life spell on the black belt. Red Mage coming with Exit, so I think we did take a Red Mage to start. And the Slab being pulled off of Bicky and the Pirates. House is expensive. 2,200 gold. But we do see a chain +4 armor in the armor shop here. We're going to grab that for our Red Mage, give them some endgame gear. I believe that was a TNT for purchase in the shop at Canaria. And I did not catch if either of our runners purchased it. Unless I completely missed what that was. But that looked like it said TNT. Alright, Oslodo through Garland, making our way on over to the Pirates. It was, in fact, the TNT. Spellzapp coming back to grab that, picking up some tents. On our way to go turn in the Adamant and the TNT at the same time. Always feels good when we can do both at the same time. Other Blursings, our Black Mage is coming with promo fighter armor. Remains to be seen if we even promote, if that comes into play or not. But the Red Mage having Exit is quite nice. And it is the Canoe being pulled from our Dwarven Smith. Did we get some hoorays? I missed it. I looked away for a brief moment. And we have the Herb being pulled off of Narek. Oz picking up his slab. Making our way over to grab some magic. Continue moving on. Our black belt is sleeping on Spellzapp's side. For right now, we are going two-man with a black mage and a red mage. Alright, and our herb turning into the ship. Nuke at level 3 being found. That is fantastic. We have 2 nuke casters. It's going to make a lot of enemies just crumble at our feet. Oslodo finding a ribbon in Matoya's cave. Matoya hanging on to one of our ribbons tonight. Don't believe we saw Spellzapp had that direction. Although I imagine eventually we'll find that. Alright, level 4 white magic. Exit and harm 4. We don't have a white mage, so harm 4 does nothing for us. Ice 3 and temper, though, from level 4 black magic. And also lock 2. I missed what level 3 white magic was. But we were in and out of there very quickly, so assume it's not that important. Alright, Oz being able to have enough cash to pick up that TNT. We're going to head on over to the dwarves. Spellzapp makes our way through the river system, heading on over to Crescent. More than likely going to have to make a visit into Volcano here. Alright, Spellzapp picking up the fighter. Leaving the black mage down. We are going full throttle on fighter strats here. And putting the fighter in the back row for now, just for safety. Checking black magic. Black magic level 6 holds nothing. Level 6 is lamp and cure 3. Might come back for that. I think we can get at least lamp. Don't sleep on lamp strats. Improved dark is a very nasty thing. And the crown being pulled off of our old men tonight. And another hooray. As we pick up our canoe. And our herb eventually here. I'm going to pre-mark that so I don't forget. Spellzapp into the Volcano Armory. Seen a few Xboxes down in here. Grab a few more shards. Maybe get some levels on this fighter. Pulling out the solo fire. Not going to be long for this world with 2 casts of nuke. And our fighter is up to level 5 very quickly. Gonna go ahead and throw them back in the front row. We've got enough HP. We can take quite a few hits. I believe we have a bit of armor as well. Alright, Oslodo finding their ship. So I'm gonna stock up and find our level 3 nuke. Possibly grab a few other bit of spells here as we make our way eastwards towards Crescent. Oh yeah, level 3 white magic, nothing. Nothing of important. Alright, Spellzapp, exiting out. Oh, we had Fade at level 4. I missed that. Fade and exit at level 4. Those are nice spells to have. Alright, on to the Agma floor. We're going to find our piece of progression here. Did not see anything in an item shop. So something is going to be down in here. Oslodo opting to check the armor shop. See if we can find anything of note in here. Finding the bad news, there's nothing good at the spell levels. and picking up our crown. So far, no item found on Spellzapp side. We're going to have to venture further down to get to the Agma tiles. It's going to be down in one of these chests here. We know it's going to be either on this floor or the box guarded by the Vanilla Dragon tiles. We do see 2 Xboxes here. Nuke making quick work of all the enemies down here. And we find our canal. Canal allowing us to leave the inner sea. Oslodo opting to head to Astos as opposed to heading into Volcano. Also did not check the clinic. We're going to go full on black belt strats. And we find some tacos. Astos, stealing Astos' lunch today. Looks like we are possibly heading directly for the River to Mel. I'm going to turn that ruby in to see what our Titan holds and what Sarda has for us today. I completely missed what Spellzapp picked up. Oh, it was the canal. That's what it was. Never mind. We did see what it was. Spellzapp going to pick up their ruby off of Astos. Alright, white level 5. X for Cure 4. And I think we saw Invis 2 as well. And then we have Warp at level 5 Black Magic in the vanilla spot. So we're going to need promotion for that. I think we are also going to need promotion to pick up Cure 4 on that Red Wizard. Alright, heading into the Titan's Trove. We have 2 marked boxes. Let's see what we get here. And that was our chime being pulled out. We'll never get to see what our chime lock is tonight. If I had to guess, chime lock was going to be on Sarda anyway, and we were going to need to go back for that. Pulling the crystal off of Sarda. Gonna have to venture all the way back over to visit Matoya to see what that turns into. Spellzapp also picking up his chime. Gonna pick up his crystal here in just a few. And Matoya having our rod, sending us straight on back to Melmond. Oslodo going to lose a little bit of time here, having to walk through the river to get to Melmond, having not gone to Volcano to pick up that canal. But honestly, if we don't go to Volcano to pick up that canal, may not be the worst thing in the world. We'll have to remain to see what the rod turns into down in Earth Cave. Maybe if we can pull out the floater, we can just fade the check down in Volcano. Spellzapp also grabbing the rod and finding that ribbon that Matoya was holding on to. You know, it's not nice to steal from a blind woman, but maybe she had it coming. Alright, looks like Oslodo is opting to head into Volcano as Spellzapp heads into Earth Cave. Oh, looks like Oz took a wipe to something in Volcano. I missed what that was. Unless that was a reset out. Spellzapp pulling into speed bump number 1. Nuke making quick short work of that. Through the Volcano, picking up a light axe. Light axe +3. Not a bad weapon. Will do bonus damage to speed bump number 2 down here if we choose to continue on. Which I think with 2 nuke casters, we probably feel very confident taking out Lich at this point. It looks like we just found shards in the Earth Armory. Pulling a black shirt and another marked box here. Let's see what comes of this. And it is our floater. So, canal not required. With airboat turned on for these flag sets, we can take that floater straight on out, hop on our ship, get straight up in the air, and we have free reign of the world at this point. Having that canoe in tow means we can get to Ordeals, we can get to Waterfall and Onrek. Already having the Oxiel might push us further that direction. We do need the key before we can visit the mermaids, as we do have Mermaid Prison turned on. Mermaid Prison locking all of the mermaids inside of their rooms. And we do not have a thief. At least we have not seen one yet. Oslodo could pick up one potentially still. Although at this point, I think we are committing to the 3-man strat with the black belt. Alright, and Spellzapp through speed bump number 2. Gonna head back, hop up in the air here after a visit into Melmond. Ooh, a katana +4. Feels bad this is not a ninja seed. Looks like Spellzapp is heading straight for the Cardia Isles. Cardia going to have an incentive. Plus we can find some shards hidden behind some dragons. Dragons are going to be some great experience boosting our levels up. And finding the tail. Spellzapp immediately heading into Bahamut. We're going to turn that tail in, get our promotion, get our spell charges a little bit faster on that night. We do have the Dark Knight flags turned on, so our knight will learn level 1 through 4 black magic, as opposed to our 1 through 3 level white magic that we normally can learn. Alright, we're doing some equipment configuring. We've picked up quite a bit of opal gear. We have at least 1 ribbon. We have a black shirt we can throw on that black mage if we decide to, or we can just leave the black mage naked. Black mage is going to be taking a dirt nap anyway. It doesn't matter. Masa +4, huge pickup. We can go ahead and just get rid of that light axe that we found and put that Masa on. Masa's going to do great work for us. I see more and more people park on the left side of the Cardia Forest Island, and I'm quite confused about that. I've not seen that until just this past week. I don't know. I personally prefer to park on the right side. Coming out of there, it's a little confusing not seeing the airship, but maybe it's a little bit of a time save. Alright, Spellzapp going to head into Lefane. We're going to turn in that slab, find out what that holds for us, and also pick up some magic. Oslodo, however, out of the Inner Sea, heading on up, straight up to Ordeals, making the Ordeals play. We're going to have to fight through some Death Touch Sorcerers, Death Touch Sorcerers to get through. Oh, and now we're finding the X-Cal. Now we can move the Masa onto that Red Mage and make that Red Mage a viable melee. Question in chat: can the airship turn back into a regular ship? Yes. So airboat is a new flag. I'm not quite sure how long ago it was made, but it's become pretty recently added to the randomizer. It essentially is as if we are playing Final Fantasy V and Sid has turned our steamship into an airship. We are able to park that airship anywhere on land that we normally can, but also we can park it on water and it will revert back into a normal ship, which is very powerful for getting to Ordeals a lot quicker. Being able to park at the river right outside of Ordeals and heading straight on in there, which I think we might be seeing from Spellzapp here soon. Yes, we did remember we had airboat. We are going to park at the river and head on into Ordeals to join Oslodo. Oslodo almost through the maze, I think. Maybe we were. We are through the maze. We are at the top, hunting down that incentive item. Oh, an Aegis Shield is going to be another great find. And a white shirt, plus the power bonk. Alright. And a Rune Sword. Rune Sword is Dollar Store XCal. At least for the Fiendry fights, that is. Having the Spellcaster typing, you're going to do additional damage to Lich 2, Carry 2, and Tiamat 2, all having Spellcaster typing. Oslodo does get the bad news, however, that we are going to have to visit Earth Cave to find our progression. As we have exhausted all of our options, we know that this has to be our floater, or our key to turn into our floater, but it is going to be, as we know, the floater. We're going to take a peek at some of these spike tiles over here on Earth 1 in the Hall of Giants. A Sphinx and Mudgull with Sorcerers, not what we want to see. I'm going to continue on down through Earth Cave. Alright, Spellzapp finding the power bunk, the white shirt, and the Aegis Shield. Gonna head on out of here after some more equipment configuring. Remember, when we have exit, we're gonna head on out of there because we didn't see another shard box. Back up into the air we go. Probably heading on over to check the waterfall. Robot is going to have to hold either our key bottle or cube to get us some more progression here. Alright, Oz through speed bump number 1, heading on through the loot plate. Spellzapp enters the robot's room, looting all the boxes and finding our key. Now we have access to Sea Shrine Mermaid Prison. We also have Canary Lock turned on as well. We can head on back to Canary after we leave here to find out what's there. Still looking for our loot. Alright, there we go. Oslodo finding their floater. He's going to be able to head on out of here. Probably going to make a quick little stop at speed bump number 2. Roll right on over it with 2 nuke casters. And then going to be heading on out and back up into the air. Vorpal plus 4. That is a nice find. We'll be able to use that for chaos. And there we have it. Spellzapp pulling the loot out of Bubbles' room. Also, I am sure Bubble Sodaco appreciates your consideration when carbonating our mermaids tonight. Alright, Oslodo in the air. Almost 33 minutes. We're going to head straight to Cardia Isles. Going to find their tail. Probably not going to feel too good about that. Might even see a reset out of it. Nope, we're going to go ahead and hold on to that tail. Maybe we'll use that to grab some more spells from our mages later on. Remains to be seen. Meanwhile, Spellzapp heading on down through the crack inside of Seashine. So far, I've not seen any decent grind tiles that Oslodo could take to power up that black belt, and I don't recall if the encounter off the hard reset is quick. If it is, maybe we could see him going on over to Desert to potentially find a Desert grind. Other than that, I feel like this is going to be an uphill battle to get that black belt online. We are getting some decent levels. Haven't been able to keep the black belt up this long. Grabbing all the experience that we can. We're at level 16, so we're getting close to getting that punch cannon online. But a nice grind tile would go a long way. We have Life and Cure 3. Those are the 2 spells off of the Heal Magic Blessing for that black belt. Having Life on the black belt is honestly very nice. Be able to pull up that red mage later on in case the red mage does go down. Oh, our Ankleos, that is not a grind tile that we want. Red mage does make it through. We can grab our key and get on out of here. We're going to loot some chests first, just in case we can find something good in here. Yeah, push past through that robot. We don't want to step back down on our Ankleos tile. Alright, picking the party back up, exiting out, using a house. Meanwhile, Spellzapp just pummeling through Kraken. Not even breaking a sweat over there. X-Cal Power Bonk. I think we have fast temper. We have all the goodies that we need to take down these fiends quick. And I have not quite caught here in a minute what our shard count is looking at. But we are heading back for Canary Castle. We do still need the cube to get into Sky Palace. More than likely we'll be able to find the rest of our shards there. The marked box there tells me this is either going to be the bottle or the cube. Bottle could lead into the cube, of course, still. Oh, black belt down to 1 HP. That felt scary. And it is our cube. We are going to be able to head straight into Sky Palace. I think we've seen the defense sword. No, we haven't. So the bottle will turn into our defense sword. If we choose to hunt it down, maybe we're just going to, find some shards and move on with our day. Menuing too fast for me to catch what the shard count is. But we are not quite at the required 28 shards. So we are going to head into Sky. Ooh, looks like a little over 12 maybe. Still didn't catch if that was 3 lines or 2 lines. But Oslodo is picking up his loot. Oslodo, of course, carbonating bubbles. Proud member of Bubble Soda Co. Always having to carbonate those dang mermaids. Alright, I missed if we had any shards on Mirage 1, but we are heading into the Greater Than Less Than room. Let's see if we can find any shards over here. Okay, 2 shard boxes. Not the best, but also not the worst, so we can see here. Oslodo likely going to be checking some of the grind tiles here on the Sharknado floor. If memory serves me, there's 3 unique ones down here, maybe a 4th one. I cannot remember exactly. I know a few of them are shared from one side to the other. But we are still looking for something to get that black belt online. Okay, there's 2 fighters. That's not the worst thing that we could find. Fighters give out an okay amount of experience, and that they're going to go down rather quickly. As long as we don't see any kind of nasty script on them, maybe we'll come back for those. We see a marked box, we're going to have to check that. And an Ankylo on this tile. That is another one we don't want to see. And another ribbon being picked up on Spellzapp's side. Oh, it does look like we are at 20 shards now in the Bane Sword. Yeah, 20 shards. 8 shards to go. We're going to need to find 4 more up here on the sky floors. Take down Tia 1. Be able to make our way into Topher. Oh, is that a second rib? Another? Oh, okay. We're gonna skip that. I thought that was another ribbon. Maybe I misread what it said. Alright, Oslodo pulling out the Brack strats for Kraken. Brack not landing. Alright, and there's another ribbon. So maybe... Maybe that wasn't a ribbon that I saw. Kraken punching out the black belt. We're still pushing through on Brack strats. Brack's still not landing. We're down to a solo black mage, and Kraken gets turn order, so we are taking a wipe here. I do believe... Oh no, okay. It does look like Oslodo did exit out with the loot and saved, so we don't have to go back down to the mermaid side. We can just head straight for Kraken. Alright, Spellzapp pulling up into Tier 1. We do still need 6 shards, so we're going to have to hunt 2 more shards down after this, but we have not visited Carry, so I would imagine that will be our next stop after swinging through Tier 1, and Tier 1 is down. We're going to take a little gamble and check and see if we can get some shards out of the Dwarven Armory. I do believe there was at least 2 shards down here. Maybe, well, maybe not. Maybe we didn't check this yet. Oh yes, there are 3 shards down here. Gamble on Dwarven Armory paying off for Spellzapp. Going to find the last 2 shards, be in go mode. That knight on Spellzapp's side, 925 HP. I do think I saw we had a either plus, I think it's a plus 20 vitality bonus on that fighter. That HP pulled through the roof. We're barely out of our 20s and we have almost full HP. Alright, we're stocking up on heal pots. Making sure we equip that ribbon of the Black Mage. We're going to pick the Black Mage back up here on our way into Topher. Spellzapp through the loot plate at 4750. Heading on in to visit Lich 2. As Oslodo is pulling into Kraken 1. Attempt number 2, we are throwing up more Brax. Broken to pieces on the first try. All we needed was one more Brack on that first encounter, and we could have had it. RNG, gonna RNG, and it always feels bad when it does not play in your favor. Spellzapp through Lich 2 without much damage. Looks like we did get hit with a nuke, but everybody managed to survive. On to the carry floor. Alright, swing nuke fast coming out. Did not get turn order. We swung before the fast came out. Low roll on the nuke. And we are swinging with that red mage with a Masa. There's a better nuke. 370 damage and 9 hits for 900 damage. Carry 2 down. Did happen to catch. Oslodo went into Lefane, looking to turn in that slab item. Turns out it was the X-Cal. We said we don't need that. We have fists. We don't need no stinking sword. So we're gonna go ahead and check and see what Canary Castle holds for us. Alright, looks like we're picking up our black belt on Spellzapp's side as a bit of a meat shield to try to help take the damage off of our red mage and our red wizard and our knight. 5 hits for 1000 damage. The Kraken returns 10 hits for 1100 damage. But we get a second hit off before Kraken takes a swing at our knight and our red wizard. Through Kraken 2. Picking the party back up. We want to have our meat shields back up and ready to go. Run into worms. We're going to have to waste another life spell. No, we don't. We're just going to go straight on into tier 2. Alright, Temper coming out. 4 hits for 587. Fast being cast. Tier 2 leading off with Thunder. We're going to cast Nuke, and swing. 9 hits for 1000 damage. And tier 2 is down. On to the Chaos floor. We're going to heal up. And possibly move some equipment around. No, we are picking the black belt back up, though. We want a meat shield from the black belt. We are just going to go ahead saying X-Cal is good enough. We have fast, we have nuke, we have tempers. Chaos casting Ice 3, taking out that black belt first thing. Getting the fast cast off, getting a power bunk off, getting a temper. We are going to temper. Swing. 7 hits for 499. We're going to need a few more tempers if we want to beat that Cure 4. 2 more tempers in a swing. 6 hits for 559. More tempers coming out. Black Wizard is down. More tempers coming out from the Red Wizard. We are pumping that Knight up to as big as we can go. 6 hits for 729. We are getting close. Another temper and another swing. There's a Lit 3. We have Slow 2 coming out on deck. 6 hits for 1,097. One more hit should do this. Oslodo comes out, hits the red wizard, and terminated. GG to Spellzapp. Official racetime.gg, 52 minutes, 37 seconds. And it appears at this point Oslodo has seen the finish from Spellzapp, deciding we don't want to go ahead and finish this out, so we are going to go ahead and take the forfeit for this match and move on to Game 2. Game 2 tonight coming out. Let me pull up the schedule here for just a moment. We have several Game 2s tonight. Game 2 for this match happening on RPG Limit Break at 8 p.m. Eastern. We do still need crew for that. We need 2 talkers and a tracker. Oh no, oh no. Things are happening on the stream. We have one more rebroadcast coming up here in just a few moments. We're going to take a little bit of a break before we get it set up, but we are going to see if I can find my notes. My screen and everything's hiding. Rubes versus Golden Shocker, round of 32, game 1. It'll be coming up after just a short break, so stay tuned. Everybody go ahead, run to the restroom, grab a few snacks, do what you need to do, head on back, and we'll catch one more race, and then we'll have some downtime before the races this evening. Sorry, I forgot the music. Here we go. We got music.